Each year, the California State University Board of Trustees provides scholarships to high-achieving students who have demonstrated financial need and overcome profound personal hardships to attain an education from the California State University. 2 years ago, we achieved a milestone and were pleased to award a scholarship to students from each of the 23 campuses. Thank you to everyone who has made this possible to make an award to 23 campuses again this year. This year, 2 top-ranking recipients have been selected as the Trustee Emeritus Ali Razi Scholars, and these students received the highest award ever, $10,000. Both of these scholarships benefit from the personal generosity of Dr. Razi and some of his longtime supporters. This year, there are also 2 recipients who exemplify great commitment to community service, and they have been named the Trustee Emeritus Murray Galinson Scholars. These students will receive $6,000 each. The remaining 19 recipients will each receive a scholarship of $3,000. Ali, as chair of the Hearst Trustee Scholarship Panel, would you like to make a few comments?
On behalf of the committee, I'd like to thank everyone who supported this program. Especially, I'd like to thank Chancellor Reed, who, when he saw there is only one Razi scholar, he decided to write a check on behalf of Kathy and Chancellor Reed. Thank you. And he's been motivating us all the time. And we are privileged to be part of this process of these special students who signify the kind of student CSU empowers and how important CSU, Board of Trustees, the faculty and the staff are for the state of California. Thank you, Chancellor.
Thank you, Ali. You all have heard my stories about Ali, and you know, anytime Ali calls, we want to make sure that we meet whatever request he has. And as you know, somebody like Ali who found himself in London with about $10 in his pocket and had lost his country, his livelihood, his companies, but was fortunate that he was able to get his family together to join him in London, and then he found his way to California. So Ali, you continue to impress all of us with your generosity. Next, I'd like to invite our 2 Trustee Ali Razi Scholars, Aracel Juarez and Phi Nguyen, and our 2 Trustee Murray Galinson Scholars, Suzanne Pullen and Daniel Cole, to come to the podium. These remarkable students will share their stories about their journey to the CSU, as well as tell you about some of the attributes of their fellow awardees.
Thank you, Chancellor Reed. Good afternoon. My name is Aracel Juarez. I am a senior at the CSU LA, and I will graduate in May of 2011 with a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing. I am proud to have been selected as one of the recipients of the Hearst CSU Trustees Award for Outstanding Achievement and greatly honored to be named as an LA Razi Scholar. My desire to pursue an education was strong at an early age. I earned the President's Education Award when I graduated from elementary school. I was 15 and I was in high school honors program when my daughter was born, but I was determined to continue. I accelerated my studies through Options for Youth High School, earned college credits, and graduated at 16 with honors. Even in 2007, when I learned that my husband, who had been the provider for our family, was denied his visa and must wait in Mexico until 2017 to reapply, I did not let that setback stop me from reaching my goal. I graduated from Los Angeles Mission College while also volunteering at Assemblyman Fuentes' office, at Olive Hospital, at Meeting Each with Dignity, and at Fred Jordan Mission Foundation. My father has always encouraged and supported me in my aspirations, and it is a serious medical condition he faced that was successfully treated by a caring doctor that inspired me to pursue nursing. I am proud of my heritage and feel a strong responsibility to mentor and serve as a role model of a successful Hispanic woman working in the healthcare field.
Hello all. I have to confess that I'm really nervous and tensed right now. So can I take a deep breath and go on talking? So, good afternoon. My name is Phi Nguyen, and I'm studying both cellular molecular biology and Chinese studies at Humboldt State University. And I'm also really proud to receive the Hearst CSU Trustee Award for Outstanding Achievement and to receive the Ali Razi Honors. A little bit about myself. I grew up in the slums of Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, where low-paying jobs, drugs, and crime were very common. My extended family and I lived in a really tiny house, and we were tailors. That's what we made for a living, and that helped to pay enough for my school. It was a lucky chance for me to become a pharmacist assistant, which helped me to appreciate the value of education. And another lucky chance was that my grandma immigrated to the U.S. back in 1992. And later on, she was able to sponsor my whole family and myself, like about 8 people, to come to the U.S. all in one same year. And even though I was 19 years old and I was in college back then, but when I moved over here, I had to repeat my junior and senior years of high school just to learn English. So because of the language and the cultural barriers and my age and the economic disadvantages made it impossible to fit in to the new society, to the new country. I compensated it by studying hard and doing well in all my classes. I enjoy my community work with the Asian American Student Alliance to introduce the Asian cultures to the community. I also enjoy my work with the student public health to provide medical needs to poor countries in the world. And I also enjoy working with the Project Vietnam Foundation and Journey for Children. I plan to attend medical school next year and to study both public health and research in embryonic stem cells. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay. My name is Suzanne Pullen. I'm in the final year of my master's degree in communication studies at San Francisco State University. And I hope to continue my research and work I've been doing by pursuing a doctorate next year. So if anybody knows of a good institution I should go to. I am also very proud to have been selected as one of the recipients of the Hearst CSU Trustee Award for Outstanding Achievement and to receive the Murray Galinson Honors. And I accept this I accept this recognition on behalf of hundreds of bereaved parents who have shared their stories with me. The world as I knew it was shattered when my son Avery was stillborn. Facing his death was more devastating than any other hardship I'd overcome. My mother, too, had had a similar loss when her first child died of cystic fibrosis in the 1960s. She was never allowed to hold him. She could only touch her through these thick rubber gloves in an incubator. And I knew that her experience had marked her. She had decades of repressed grief. So when I had a similar experience and that my child died, I knew that I wanted his life to make a difference in mine. I wanted his life to be an inspiration and not a regret. I felt called to find ways to help healthcare providers provide better understanding and support for devastated parents whose babies die. I returned to San Francisco State, where I'd gotten my undergraduate degree in 1992, to help develop the tools I needed to make healthcare providers listen. While pursuing my degree, I have served both in a leadership capacity and as a volunteer for several local and international nonprofit organizations, including the International Stillbirth Alliance and First Candle. I have co-conducted public memorial services for bereaved parents and presented my research at communication conferences and stillbirth symposia throughout the United States and abroad. I have also lobbied Congress with other bereaved parents for stillbirth legislation, and as a result of our efforts, there is now a bill on the floor of both the House and the Senate. I am also a single mom of a beautiful 2.5-year-old boy named Quinn. By turning the tragedy of my first son's stillbirth into an opportunity to help other bereaved parents, I believe that I am honoring both of my sons the very best way I can, by being the change I wish to see in the world. And I also want to add that I am deeply grateful to the CSU Foundation and the trustees who have continued to put money into this fund, which makes it possible with the rising cost of tuition for me to continue my education. So I'm very deeply grateful. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Cole, and I'm a senior at Cal State University, Fullerton, and I plan on graduating in May with my Bachelor of Science degree in Human Services. I'm proud to have been selected also as a recipient of the Hearst CSU Trustees Award for Outstanding Achievement and for the Murray Galinson Award as well. Okay, retrospect. When I was born, I had a malrotation. My stomach and liver were reversed, and I was born without a spleen. I later had many surgeries, intestinal hernias, and I was never a really healthy child. As a result, during my years in high school, I didn't play sports, and I was not active in positive student activities. I'd found a different kind of popularity, status, and drugs. After graduating from high school, I spent 7 of the next 12 years in state prison. Finally, during my last years in prison, I took an honest look at my life, and I attended a substance abuse program inside. My journey brought me back to education, and with a new outlook on life, I now have 8 years sober, clean and sober. I came to Cal State University Fullerton with 3 associate's degrees. I have degrees in natural sciences and mathematics, social and behavioral sciences, and alcohol and drug counseling. My community service work has included my membership in Phi Theta Kappa and what comes with that, and the Human Services Student Association. I'm also co-founder of the Substance Abuse Awareness and Prevention Student Association at Cal State University Fullerton. After I earn my bachelor's degree, I plan on attaining my master's degree in social work. My life's goal is to give back to those that are less fortunate, who have lost their way. I want to give back what has been given to me through my educational experience at Cal State University Fullerton, so thank you.
And now, the description of our fellow award recipients. These awards have been offered for the last 24 years. This is only the 3rd time that there are 23 of us, 1 from each campus with 15 women and 8 men.
More than a quarter of us are receivers. students who are older than traditional college-age students.
3 of us have suffered abusive family situations, 3 of us have overcome substance abuse, and 6 of us are survivors of physical illness and health challenges.
2 of us redirected our lives after interventions by law enforcement.
3 of us have been homeless, and 8 of us have come from families who have suffered from deep poverty.
5 were raised by single moms, and 2 of us were teen moms.
We are a diverse group. We are Mexican American, African American, Vietnamese, Thai, Ukrainian, and Caucasian.
To bring back to a personal level a little bit, even though there were lots of adversity to overcome, if you are confident and eager to be successful, America is a place where you succeed. CSU has made it possible for me to not only be successful, but helpful to the community. Thank you for honoring all 23 of us with the Hearst CSU Trustees Award for Outstanding Achievement.
One of the Hearst Scholars wrote, and I am sure all of us want to say to all of you, thank you for appreciating my struggle, and thank you for offering generous support for my future. And finally, thank you for leading CSU and making it possible for so many of us to transform our lives forever through education.
Good afternoon. This is one of our favorite events of the year, as you might well imagine. I'm going to be introducing each one of the students briefly. They will come behind me, get their certificate from Chair Bleich, and have their pictures taken with Dr. Reed and Chair Bleich. Okay, let's start with our Razi and Galinson scholars. Araciel Juarez is a senior at CSU Los Angeles working on her degree in nursing. A model of persistence, resilience, and focus, she plans to earn a master's degree and become a pediatric nurse practitioner so that she can help unfortunate ill children and impact the world one person at a time. Phi Nguyen from Humboldt State University is double majoring in cellular molecular biology and Chinese studies with plans to attend medical school to become a doctor serving the unfortunate in local and global communities. Suzanne Pullen attends San Francisco State University, working on her degree in communication studies after a layoff and a 15-year hiatus from school. She has transformed her great personal loss of stillbirth and neonatal death into a life-changing journey and advocacy mission that permeates her academic and public service work. Daniel Cole attends CSU Fullerton and is working on his degree in human services. He has overcome years of addiction and incarceration and now wants to build on his personal achievements to open a treatment center to help ex-offenders, the poor, and the homeless so he can give back to our community. And now the rest. Lauren Jacobs is a senior at Cal State Bakersfield, majoring in business administration with a concentration in marketing, finance, and economics with a minor in political science. In spite of being basically left to raise herself on her own, she has excelled academically and become a member of the first business ethics team at the university with plans to enter into corporate law in the future. And I have to add, she speaks eloquently of her love and support from her mother, who is here today. Thank you, Mom. Josh Manana attends CSU Channel Islands and is the second oldest child in a family of 11 siblings. While he did not initially see the value of an education and had a brush with law enforcement, he overcame his negative perceptions and has excelled, 4 points by the way, at his major in business while serving as a mentor to motivate disadvantaged students to succeed. Jertau attends CSU Chico, is working on her degree in liberal studies, and plans to be an elementary school teacher. While her early educational experiences were not positive because of the cultural and linguistic differences from her birthplace in Thailand, she not only excels academically now, but gives back through her involvement as a peer tutor and her work with Upward Bound and as chair of the Asian Graduation Committee. Scarlett Hoffman attends CSU Dominguez Hills and is a survivor of damaging relationships who found her success in higher education. She plans to earn her PhD in clinical psychology so she can help children who have been affected by living in dysfunctional systems where domestic violence, substance abuse, and alcoholism are present. Andre Wilson, I call him Mr. Charm, attends CSU East Bay after fighting and winning the battle of alcoholism, drug addiction, and homelessness 22 years ago. It was a billboard that read, "Education can transform your life," that did just that. And now Andre plans to become the pastor of a thriving ministry and a tenured professor at the post-secondary level. Travis Chubant attends Fresno State University, an honors student who has overcome critical health issues. He is active in many campus organizations. Travis's degree is in criminology, and he plans to help better his community through a career with the FBI. Tanisha Washington is a senior attending CSU Long Beach, whose journey took her from poverty to Skid Row to earning a degree in management information systems. Tanisha and her teammates recently won a CSU LB Society for Innovation and Entrepreneurship's challenge by creating shoes out of plastic grocery bags. She plans to turn the idea into a business to benefit children in poverty and reduce landfills. Catherine Brookshire is a junior attending California Maritime Academy. Her journey took her from poverty and living in a tent while she attended cosmetology school, to earning a degree in mechanical engineering. She plans to work for a shipbuilding company in design and construction. And thanks for wearing the uniform. Linnea Hoffman attends California State University, Monterey Bay, and is active in the campus-based Otter Christian Fellowship, working with them in soup kitchens and the agricultural fields. As the daughter and granddaughter of teachers, she plans to follow their footsteps by earning an elementary teaching credential and eventually going into special education. Megan Saraceni attends CSU Northridge and has successfully overcome personal challenges and setbacks, including living with cancer and the death of her 2 siblings from diabetes. She loves helping fellow students through many campus organizations and support groups and volunteered to help after 9/11 and Katrina. She plans to become a psychologist specializing in art therapy and a CSUN professor. Alyssa Carruthers attends Cal Poly Pomona. She has not let economic disadvantages stop her from pursuing her dream of a college education, and after earning her degree in anthropology, she hopes to continue her education and enter the field of archaeology. Ramon Gabriel Figueroa attends Sacramento State and is double majoring in psychology and film studies. He left his family behind in Mexico, and despite language barriers, financial struggles, and a long hiatus from college, he continues to pursue his dream of becoming a filmmaker, a producer, and a university professor. Natalie Richmeyer attends CSU San Bernardino. Formerly a nurse in the Ukraine, she immigrated to the United States in her 30s and within 2 years learned English well enough to obtain her RN license. Active in many extra activities at the Eisenhower Medical Center and in her profession, she plans to pursue her master's degree after graduation and apply her knowledge to nursing research and education. Nancy Calderón attends San Diego State University and is a first-generation college student from a single-parent migrant household in Imperial Valley. She is majoring in psychology and political science with a Spanish minor while serving actively as a leader in several student organizations. She plans to pursue her PhD in clinical psychology to become a university professor researching the etiology of child mental health disorders. And she's a good talker, too. Angelina Loyola attends San Jose State University. After dropping out of high school in her freshman year and becoming a mother to a son who had critical health problems, she used drugs for the next 4 years. Now sober, 15 years, she recently began a student organization to mentor, support, and connect transfer students. She plans to continue her study of sociology, become a professor, and mentor future students like her. Fong Dang attends Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He immigrated to the United States at the age of 21 from Vietnam and earns Dean's highest honors every semester in community college while also working as a computer and math lab assistant. He plans to complete his degree in business and after gaining work experience earn an MBA in finance. Rosa Angelica Vogel attends CSU San Marcos. She came to the U.S. from Mexico when she was 17. After raising 2 sons, one of whom has autism, she is successfully completing her bachelor's degree in human development and has been accepted into the CSU San Marcos nursing program. She plans on becoming a nurse practitioner. Okay, Rachel Grader attends. You want to go behind me, Rachel? Attends CSU Stanislaus. Even though she was born blind, she has never let that stop her from performing, skiing, traveling, or volunteering. She plans to pursue her doctorate in music and perform and compose classical music, as well as teach composition or voice at the university level. Her mother is also with us, and we're proud to have her here. Rachel believes, that nothing in life is impossible to handle, even when it may be, at times, difficult to see. Last but not least, Jordan Williams from Sonoma State University. In spite of the death of his father and the incarceration of his mother, he has 6 straight semesters of honor roll under his belt. He is active on campus, working to recruit and advise students and promote diversity. His goal is to found his own university with an emphasis on first generation and underrepresented student populations. I think.
I'd like to call Micah Berry to come up from Sony. He has a very, very special announcement that he would like to make.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Reed, and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Micah Berry. I am the Senior Vice President for Sony Electronics IT Products Division. You might be wondering why Sony is here today at this event, honoring some of the best and brightest CSU students and ones that are designated as recipients of the 2009-2010 Hearst CSU Awards. Well, the answer is really quite simple. Sony values education, and we are working to empower the best and brightest with the tools they need to advance teaching and learning through our expertise in digital technology products and solutions. In fact, I'm here today to formally announce that Sony is launching a new education scholarship program, not only with the CSU system, but also across the United States. We're launching this new program today in partnership with our friends at Intel, who I would like to acknowledge at this time. Can I ask Kaz Kitagawa and Kim Gazzaro to please stand up for acknowledgement? Thanks to you both for Intel's support on this program. The CSU system is joining a select group of universities and community colleges in the U.S. as our first wave of scholarship campuses participating in this new nationwide program. I say first wave because we intend to grow this program over time by inviting additional campuses to participate. Our other first wave scholarship campuses are Florida State University, Indiana University, the Maricopa County Community College District, New Mexico State University, University of Hawaii at Manoa, University of Oregon, University of Southern California, and University of California. Each of these universities will also be making their own announcements as participants in our Education Scholarship Program and will be scheduling their own student and faculty recognition events in the near future. It's important to note that Sony chose to make our Education Scholarship Program announcement at today's Hearst CSU event for several reasons. First, the CSU system is the largest higher education system in the United States, with over 450,000 students and 46,000 faculty. Second, Sony Electronics is headquartered in San Diego, California, so we thought it was very appropriate to make our announcement in this state. And third, I actually have a personal connection to the CSU system as an alumnus of what is now CSU East Bay, or when I graduated, California State University, Hayward. Now, our new Education Scholarship Program for Sony actually has two award components, which we believe will make it unique and more inclusive. To recognize bright, financially disadvantaged students at select institutions throughout the United States, and second, to also recognize top tenure-track junior faculty at these same institutions. We believe that the co-recognition and pairing of top students together with top junior faculty at many of these same institutions will provide great synergies for the advancement of instruction and research within higher education. Sony is excited to do its part, particularly given the current economic climate. You 23 students are the first recipients of what will become an annual Equipment Scholarship Award as Sony becomes the newest corporate sponsor of the Hearst CSU Trustees Award. On behalf of Sony, I am pleased to announce that today we are offering the Hearst Scholar, each Hearst Scholar, an equipment award package valued at over $1,200 that includes a Sony Vaio laptop.
You passed it up? Bring it here, bring it here.
They passed up this row.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A deep personal congratulations to each one of you on your achievements and the selection by the CSU system for this very high honor. There are more goodies, by the way. We do make more goodies. Now, following this presentation, we will take you to a nearby room to receive the remainder of your technology package. We will even ship everything for you if you wish. In addition, we are also working with the CSU system on finalizing their selection criteria for a similar and complementary award offered by Sony in partnership with Intel for CSU faculty. Look for more details on this new faculty award announcement in the coming weeks from the CSU system. I want to personally thank the CSU Board of Trustees for inviting Sony to participate in today's special event. I'd also like to thank members of the CSU System Office, especially Lori Redfern and Jerry Hanley, for their collective help with our corporate sponsorship and with all the planning, implementation, and equipment logistics that went on very quietly behind the scenes for several months ahead of today's formal announcement. Also, I'd like to acknowledge and thank members of our local Sony-style retail team for their logistical support with today's event. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge two people who together have been working for many months at Sony to design and implement this new and exciting scholarship program for the benefit and advancement of higher education. Steve Zimmer, Sony's Education Business Development Manager, who I might add is also an alumnus of Cal State Fullerton. along with our consultant, Dr. Kenneth Green, or Casey Green, who has a long and professional association with the CSU system. Thank you. So, on behalf of Sony, I want to again congratulate each and every one of you on your selection as this year's Hearst CSU Trustees Award recipients. Thank you very much for your time today.
I've got some directions that I need to give, but first, Mike, thank you, your colleagues, Sony, Intel, for a great partnership, and I look forward to continue to work with you to implement the Sony programs. So thank you. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of you.